So you own a jewelry company. I put high
I
end
do.
because I'm like, that shit is so dope.
It's
Your
bougie.
yeah, your company is so cool.
Thank
Um,
you.
so what made you decide to go down that path and how did you get your business off the ground?
Yeah, so great question. I started it almost 5 years ago. I was randomly sitting on the end of my bed in a towel after my shower, just staring at the wall, like very ADHD freeze vibes. If people have ADHD, they know exactly what I'm talking about. That. And I had studied fashion business in school, but then I went on to like serve and bartend. I wasn't really working within fashion. And I had wanted to start something that was streamed in fashion. Jewelry was always like a love of mine for sure. And then mental health was a huge thing in my life. I had suffered from mental health disorders. I have a plethora of them. And that was always something that was at the forefront of my struggles. So I was like, how could I blend something with fashion and mental health? And then the reason I thought jewelry, aside from loving it, was you can engrave. So I'm like, I could engrave these like little reminders and messages on jewelry. And it was in that moment that it was born. I thought of the name mindful mode because mindfulness is a huge piece in like recovery from mental health and like it's implemented in most therapies. And I spelt it with two L's because your mind is full. And then mode is also French for fashion. So I was like mindful mode, also the setting you're on when your mind is full. I was just like, I really like that. And then it was born in that moment. I remember I called my graphic designer friend. He helped me out with the website. I started designing a logo. I remember going into my shift to bartend and told my friend, I'm like, hey, I thought of this really cool idea. And he's like, what? Like, while I was gone, like for 2 hours? Like, what? I'm like, yeah, no, I think I'm going to do it. This is great. And I knew it was a good idea. I knew it was cool. I did, but I didn't know the extent of it resonating with people. So I launched it. It was shortly after COVID. So I feel like everyone was not okay in COVID. Like I feel like
Yes.
everyone, even had they not met depression before COVID, they met it then. So I think the mental health element really helped it take off because people were like, "Oh, I love that I can resonate with this. Like mental health matters." I created phrases that say like anxious but cute, fuck anxiety, blessed but a little depressed, like sad but it's seasonal for the seasonally depressed. Like I was just trying to like cater to everyone, right? Right?
Yeah.
Um and then yeah, started with jewelry and then expanded into like totes and makeup bags and merch and things that I could print these phrases on because what did well was the phrases. We also have like other jewelry pieces too that are not necessarily engraved, but just like still support and we donate a portion to mental health too from sales. So I think that whole mission like really kicked it off. Within the first 8 months, I was doing it full time, which is crazy. And then I've been doing it full time ever since. I've got like a team of 8 people now. I now have a second
Wow.
company, yeah, where it's hair accessories and just like embodying self expression and just like it was more fun. I'm like, I want another company that is more light. And like, because mental
Yeah.
health is great, but it can be heavy sometimes. And I'm like, there's other sides to me other than just like mental health and all this depth. Like, there's just like, I love fashion too, right? So I'm like, I would love to do something with flair. Like, Malara is basically an Italian themed company. I'm not Italian. I've never been to Italy. I want to go to Italy. When you have
Oh, it's
stupid
beautiful.
fun money, take me on your jet. Um, but
Yeah.
yeah, I please pick me
I
up.
love that you said when.
Yeah, when, of
But
course. So yeah, just wanted to have like a little Italian feel to it. I feel like people associate like Italian fashion with like quality, and that's the mission, really. So I've had the hair accessory company for almost a year, actually. It'll be a year in November. So
that's so cool.
yeah,
Yeah. So do
love
you
being
have
a
a
business owner.
manufacturer? Yeah, I'm
Yeah,
sure.
yeah. I have a few suppliers all over now. It's a mix of things,
Yeah.
but I never really liked authority. I still don't. Like I hate going to the
Mhm.
airport. It's like my worst nightmare. Like stop telling me what to do. I don't like it. I don't like it. So it always made sense
Fair.
for me that I was my own boss and no one was really telling me what to do. But it's taught me so many skills too, just that I've applied in life and like just yeah, to keep going, get out of your own way, even just hiring people that possess skills that I don't have. Like at first I wanted no help with it. Like anyone that offered help, I'm like, nope, I can do this on my own. I can do this on my own. Then 2 years in, I'm like, For the love of God, someone help me. Like I was fucking burnt out. I'm like, it seems I can't do it all. So that's when I started hiring, and then hiring changed the game because then I had energy to pour into like the expansion of it while people ran the day-to-day stuff like shipments and DMs and things like that. But it's been cool, and I will say this till the day that I die, but like my team and my customers are the fucking best. I'm very particular with who I hire. It's quite a vetting process, and I won't hire anyone without mental health issues. Like I strictly hire people who suffer from mental health because we do a lot of events and pop-ups, and I want the people who are running the booths to be like, I get it, I embody it. Like this is why the mission is so important. I don't want them to be like, oh, my cousin once had a panic attack and I saw it. You need to understand it and like fully embody it. So that's been really cool too. I feel like I'm like nurturing them and like helping them navigate their struggles, and we all are just like this one fabulous team. There's like, yeah, no bullying allowed. Like you'll get fired for that. Like we just are, it's like a community that I've built, and I feel like it's healed a lot of versions of myself, but especially the one that worked in corporate for other people who was mistreated, male
Yeah.
dominated fields and things like that. And I just feel like it's been cool to create like a corporate group of people that are like respectful and like amazing to one another. And it's not a
Hmm.
toxic environment because I think that can be really rare, especially in big companies. I'm like, that will not be tolerated here. Um, but yeah, I love it. And my customers are amazing. The conversations that it sparks at events are like unreal. Like I've had people talk about their children who had schizophrenia and them coping with it and then breaking down in my arms and crying, or like saying, I have anxiety and I've never
Wow.
told anyone before. I had someone from our parents' generation come up and apologize on behalf of that whole generation for not taking mental health more seriously. It's just like it's sparked so many unique conversations. I've been able to share my own story, then started a podcast because I feel like people were like, why mental health? Why jewelry? Like, tell us. And then I was like, let me buy my own mic and tell everyone. And so, yeah, now I chronically overshare for a living and normalize
Same.
things that are fucking normal. Love it. Cheers.
Hmm.
Love
Hmm.
oversharing. We're so good at it.
I know,
Look
look
at
at
us go.
us. I call myself a professional yapper.
I love it. Yeah. I love it. Oh, it's so
Yeah.
good. We found
That's
our
so
passion.
cool. Yeah, yeah,
Yeah.
we did. You speak
Thank
about it
you.
with so much passion. It's very apparent that this is what you love to do.
Totally. And I'm
So,
like, it's why it'll never die because I love
yeah.
it so much. And I will never look at an obstacle as the end. I will always find a way to pivot and figure it out. I love it too much to let it die.
Hmm.
So that's what I say when I'm onboarding people. I'm like, you're working for a company, it's going to be big, big
Yeah,
because we're
straight
never
up.
giving up. Yeah.
Uh-huh. Straight up. With that in mind,
Hmm.
what is the best piece of business advice that you could provide?
Ooh, that's a really good question. And I mean, there's so many pieces. I think the best like first piece of advice I would give someone is just fucking go for it. Like you never know what could happen. And I think we as humans, we default to feeling safe. So when you take a
Yes.
risk and you start a new company, your body kind of goes into fight or flight, being like, this is danger, danger, danger. Don't mistake that for it not being aligned. Even the night before I almost launched, I launched Mindful. I was like, I'm not going to do this. I don't have a professional camera. This isn't good enough. I got in my own head. I almost did not launch my fucking company that I is now extremely successful because I didn't have a professional camera. 5 years in, still don't, still shoot everything from my iPhone for the most part. And I think, yeah, you'll never feel 100% ready to take a risk because we're not designed for risk. We're designed to keep our
Yeah.
avatars alive. So just take the first step and you'll figure it out. You know what I mean? Like people love to see the journey too. Even with the podcast, my second company, I almost didn't launch everything because I'm like, I'm not good enough yet. But like you have to start somewhere. No one starts with 10K a month. No one starts with 10K emails. No one starts with, you know what I mean? Like you just have to start. So I think that's the biggest hurdle in launching everything I've launched is just getting into my own head and being like, I'm not ready. But like you are,
Hmm.
find something you're passionate about and fucking go for it. Because it is difficult at first, because I feel like not everyone supports you from the jump. They're bandwagoners typically. So they'll support you once you get big enough or it starts to take off. So
Yeah.
you really have to hold yourself down. I remember like when I first started posting on Instagram and getting like 2 likes I'm like, fuck. But like, you have to be your biggest cheerleader. Like, it teaches you so much about like discipline and self-love and just trusting in the process. And yeah, I follow a lot of inspirational business pages too of talking about like big companies and like what they almost quit over or like how long. Like, I think was it Tesla that almost went bankrupt? And then Amazon didn't make a profit for like 7 years. Canva, the designer of Canva was told no 100 times before someone bought it. Now it's one of the biggest graphic design platforms of all time. I love hearing those stories too because it gasses me up. And like everyone, I feel like in a successful place has gotten to a point where they're like, am I going to be bankrupt or am I going to make this or do I have what
Oh
it
yeah.
takes? Those are all normal things to feel, but I think sometimes people can be intimidated by those feelings and think maybe I shouldn't start because these are good points, but just fucking start and figure it out. Nobody knows what they're doing. Even the most successful business people will tell you that nobody know every day is a guess because every day is different. It doesn't look the same. And you're put in situations where you're going to have to navigate on the fly. And like, I know more than when I started, but I didn't know what I was doing. I
Yeah.
was just taking risks. Like, no one knows what we're doing.
Yeah.
We don't even know why we're fucking on this rock that's spinning in the middle of the galaxy. So, like, just take your risk, you know?
That's
Just do
so
it.
true. That's so
Yeah.
real. Nobody knows what they're doing. It's
No
I
one.
was listening to a podcast the other day and this guy was saying how it's idiots all the way up. He hosts one of the most successful podcasts in the world. It's called Modern Wisdom. I love this guy.
Cool.
His name is Chris
Okay.
Williamson. He's my favorite podcaster. He said the more successful he got and the more guests he was interviewing, he realized that nobody knows what they're doing. This guy has interviewed Andrew Huberman, Matthew
Mm,
McConaughey, Alex Hormozy twice.
mm-hmm.
The most successful people in the world. Nobody knows what they're doing.
No
Everyone
one.
is just figuring it out.
Totally.
But the most successful people, I believe, the most successful people are those that are not risk averse. Because you're
Yeah,
right, we are wired to keep ourselves safe. I
totally.
have to constantly put myself in check and kick myself out of the way. I didn't post for the longest time because I was so fixated on it being perfect. Even
Mm-hmm.
this podcast, I still struggle with a little bit of consistency because I think it has to be perfect. I have to be in that
Mm-hmm.
studio with the perfect lighting and the perfect cameras and this, that, and the other. No, I don't. I can be on this platform virtually with you having
Mm-hmm.
a beautiful conversation and then I put it
Totally.
out. And I
People love
realized this the other
relatability,
day.
not perfection. No one relates
Yeah.
to perfection.
Yeah. I realized this the other day. I was like, you know what? I gotta lock in because I get distracted very easily. I've got the shiny object
Mm-hmm.
syndrome, especially when it comes to, oh yeah, especially when it comes to entrepreneurship
Mm-hmm.
and the next big business idea. I get the shiny object syndrome. I get that from my mom. I'm
Mm.
like, oh, well, maybe this thing or maybe that thing. When really I see myself hosting a huge podcast, I want this to blow up. And I think it will.
It
But not
will.
if I don't lock in.
Yep.
Not if I don't lock in. I'm answering my own question, but if I were to give a piece of business advice, because I believe a podcast is a business, if I were to give a piece of business advice, I would say be consistent and take imperfect
Mm-hmm.
action. Because
Yes.
you mentioned not having a camera or professional camera. I get
Mm-hmm.
hung up on that too. Taking imperfect action is better than not doing anything at all. Most of my content is talking head, shot on my phone. I rely on my voice. I rely on my ability to communicate. That's how I bring value to the
Yep.
platforms. And for the longest time, I didn't post because I got caught up in, oh, this has to have the perfect edit or this has to be shot on
Mm-hmm.
a DSLR. Fuck that, man. Fuck that. Take imperfect
Yeah.
action. Just do
Totally.
it. Just do
Great
it.
advice.
Again, I do this all the time. I'm speaking from direct experience. Kick yourself out of the damn way. Get out of
Mm.
your own way. Get out of your own head. That's what you have to do. But yeah, I completely agree with you. I think our advice goes hand in hand.
Totally. Totally.
Yeah. Just do the
Hopefully
damn
someone
thing.
starts a business today after listening to this.
I hope so.
I hope so too.
I
Let
hope
us know.
so.
Let us know.
Yeah.
Just take a risk. It's okay.
Oh, yeah.
Um,
This is the other thing. Sorry to interrupt, but
no, you're good. You're good.
this is the other thing I would say. Actually, I'll tell a little bit of my own story, but I majored in marine bio in college, which is obviously very different than what I do now. But I called my mom because I was failing chemistry. I called my mom when I was a freshman in college and I was like, Mom, I really want to switch my major to business. And she was like, Why? And I said, Because I'm failing chemistry. I can't do this. So I was thinking I can't go into a science field. And I will never forget her saying this. She was like, Nope, you started this, you're gonna finish it, and you're gonna learn to do hard things.
Mm, go mama.
Yeah, she was 100% right. That's probably some of the best advice I've ever received.
Yeah.
I didn't pursue marine bio, and in hindsight, a business degree might have been helpful, but also not because
Yeah.
I don't want to be I don't want to be subject to the thoughts of some professor instead of my own creativity.
Hmm.
But
Valid.
I'll never forget that. And I did finish it, and that is a big accomplishment of mine. I made my way
That's
through,
huge.
as difficult as it was. And no, I don't do anything with the degree, but that was some of the best advice I've ever received. She's
I
like, You're
love
gonna
it.
learn to do hard things. And I
Yep.
passed chemistry by the fucking skin of my teeth. Barely passed.
Congrats. Damn.
Yeah. That was 10 years ago, that phone
Science is so
call.
hard. If your 80-year-old self could sit across from you right now, what do you think they would beg you to pay attention to?
God, these are good questions. My 80-year-old self would tell me to stop caring so much what other people think because I still
Hmm.
struggle with that. And I also think she would tell me to lock in and pursue the thing you actually want to pursue.
Wise old
Stop
woman.
fearing conflict too. Yeah.
Hmm. Hmm.
Yeah. Because if you think about it, older people, they really don't care. They do not
They don't give
care.
a fuck.
They don't give a
Rightfully
fuck.
so. Rightfully so. I
Yeah.
already don't give a fuck.
Rightfully so.
I couldn't imagine me at 80. I move out the
Oh
way, bitch.
yeah.
I'm
I'm
coming through. I've
like,
earned it.
I've earned it. Exactly. I've earned my
Yeah.
stripes. So
Yeah.
yeah, I think my 80-year-old self would say, stop caring so much what other people think and lock in.
Is there anything personal that you think she would say to you too? Like you've answered the career section, but
Yeah, I think she would also tell me to stop chasing love and let it come to
mm,
you. In order to attract the perfect person, you must become the perfect person. Perfect is obviously not the best word. That's not what I mean. We are
hmm.
imperfect people. But if you, for example, if you really value fitness in another person and you're thinking, oh, I want to be with a person who takes their health seriously, who eats very well, who goes to the gym often, and you don't do those things, you're probably not going to attract that type of person.
Facts.
So instilling those habits into yourself and writing down what you're looking for in a partner and going down that list and do I have these qualities? And if you
Hmm.
don't, focus on developing those qualities, on character development before
Yeah.
worrying about somebody else. But I say that to say that sometimes I chase instead of attract.
Mm,
And I think that's something that she would say to me too. Just relax, take a deep breath, stop chasing women, and start focusing on you. And then the right person will come along. I know this logically, but I still get caught up in the rat race, so to speak.
fair.
Because I
Isn't it
think there's a part of me
interesting?
that likes the chase. Yeah. What were you gonna
It's
say, sir?
interesting that we all kind of know like what we need to do. It's just
Oh
executing
yeah,
it. Like when
it's
asked, we
executing it.
all kind of know, like, should we leave the relationship? Should we do this? Should we leave it? We all know. But I think
Hmm.
it's easier to live in our comfort zones, obviously.
Oh
We
yeah,
love comfort.
yeah. And again, there's a part of me that enjoys the chase. This is going along the same lines. I'm a very picky person. I don't
Hmm.
think there's anything wrong with that. But I was talking to my friend the other day and they said something that just blew my mind. Because I've been through a lot of shit and a lot of shitty relationships, I am very picky. I won't date just anybody. It's
That's
hard for me
good.
to
I
find
think you should
somebody.
be picky.
Oh, yeah. It's very hard
It's your
for me to
fucking
find
life
somebody I
partner.
like. Yes, it's
Yeah.
also the most important decision a person will ever make. Hands
This.
down.
You
That
should
is the
treat it like
most,
a job interview. Like people aren't picky enough. And I don't like
no,
when people
yeah.
say you're too picky or your standards are too high. Get those people out of your life. They don't want the best for you.
Yeah, it's so true. No, it's so
Yeah.
true. But
Mm-hmm.
I will say sometimes I can get caught in the mundane aspect of things.
Mm,
Oh, I want a person who has this quality, that quality, the other. And then it gets a little too much. And then you said this earlier, but you're like, does this person even exist? I can do that to
mm,
myself.
mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
So I'm picky. There's nothing wrong with that. I think we should be picky. It is the
Yep,
most important decision you'll ever make. Picking a partner, hands down, the most important decision you'll ever make. But I
totally.
can get a little too much. I can go a little too far with it. I'm reading my damn self. And my friend the other day said, I was explaining all of this to them and I was getting so caught up in, oh, she has to have this, 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 and this. And my friend just grabs my shoulder and goes, just focus on the fact that they're kind to you and everything else will fall into
Mm,
place. Just focus on that. Because I have dated people that were not kind to me.
mm,
And I've invested so much of myself into people who were unkind to me because they had all of these other qualities that I was drawn to, like
mm.
intelligence. They're a deep thinker. They're this, they're that, whatever. It doesn't matter. Or I just like the person, and it's so rare that I like somebody that I get super invested. But my friend goes, just focus on the fact that this person is kind to you, and everything else will fall into place. And I
That's a
go,
great piece
fuck,
of
man, you're
advice.
so right. You're so
Yeah,
right. And maybe I should go for people who might not be what I think. Someone
yeah,
who might
true.
surprise me. What about you? I'm going to throw that question back at you.
That's a good, I know it's my question, but but it's a good question. I haven't thought
Hmm.
about that. I feel like I really struggle with tying worth to success, and I feel like she would probably be like, ease up, bitch. She would call me
Ooh.
bitch. I would say that to myself. Ease up and understand that your worth is far beyond a number and far beyond what you deem success. And yeah, just like take every day as it comes. Like I think sometimes I can like project into the future too far and forget to just like live in the now. And yeah, that's definitely something I think that she would say. I have an
That's a good
interesting
one.
question to ask back to you kind of in this threshold of things, but like if you could see, if you had the option to see like a fucking minute trailer of what your life would be in 20 years, would you or would you not want to know?
Ooh.
Hmm.
Without thinking, I would want to know.
Would you?
Yeah, my first instinct was absolutely, I want to know. So that must be the truth.
That must be, yeah. I think
Yeah. I do that all the time, though, just to myself in my head,
do
or
it.
sometimes when I'm writing shit down. I'll envision a minute long trailer for myself
Mm,
in maybe not 20 years, more like 10. Where
yeah,
do I see myself at 38 versus 28? I think I do that for myself all the time. So yeah, I would want to know. You don't think you would want to know?
I wouldn't want to know.
That's so fair. It's not
I've
for
always
everybody.
been, it's not for everyone, and I've always liked
Hmm.
surprises myself. I feel like I've earned it more. Like even for something as silly as like Christmas, I would never look at my gifts early. I really liked the surprise aspect of it. And what if what you see in the trailer alters something you do and you don't achieve it in the same way? I don't know. I'm just like, I would want to be completely shocked. I would want to just like live it and see what happens.
Yeah,
So
that makes
that just
perfect
popped into my
sense.
head because I'm curious what other people would want, you know?
That's a good question. I have another one too, which is kind of along the same lines as the 80-year-old question,
Yeah, yeah.
but I saw this video the other day. Actually, this was on, funny enough, this video popped up on a date that I was on, and the girl that I was on this date on with, she did not get it. And then sorry,
Oh no.
she did not
Oh no.
understand this video. And then she gave me shit for being a life coach. She goes, you have life coach vibes. I was like, okay, whatever.
On the
Anyway,
date.
on the
Savage.
date, on the date,
What was this
yeah.
video?
The video said, again, this was a quote by my favorite podcaster. I love this guy. But he said, if your life was a film and there were people in the theater watching your life up until this point, what is the thing the audience would be screaming at you to do?
Mm,
Frustrated, like a frustrated audience. Oh my God, just do the damn thing. What would that be?
probably like accept love. Probably.
Yeah.
Just like accept love and understand that you're worthy of love. I feel like I struggle with that. And just let it fucking be
Hmm.
and give yourself grace. I feel like I'm a big advocate for like, give yourself grace and don't be so hard on yourself. Me, hardest on myself ever.
Oh
Feel like I'm
yeah.
not doing this and I haven't done this. And it's like, yeah, I can be pretty cruel towards myself. So probably be kind and accept the love that you so willingly give others. Like I'm
Hmm.
so great at giving love. So great at like telling people what they mean to me, but it's hard to receive when you're not used to receiving unconditional love. It's very difficult when you
Yeah.
feel like you're just waiting for there to be like a motive that you're not sure of or the other shoe to drop. It's really hard to just like let it wash over you and feel like, okay, I fully deserve this and they're not going to hurt me. That's difficult for me. So
Yeah.
I think the audience would be chanting that. How about you? How about you?
It's funny because when I watched this video initially, I thought my first thought was the audience would be screaming at me to leave this date.
Oh my God.
No,
Keep me posted.
to answer that question more seriously, what would the audience be screaming at me right now? Probably to stop getting distracted. Again,
Do you
it
have
goes back to
ADHD?
those. Sometimes I think I do. Sometimes I'm like, well, is it ADHD or are we just living in a society where instant gratification and dopamine hits are such a thing?
That
Yeah. So
that's yeah.
I think a lot of people say they have ADHD when really they're just chronically online.
Mm,
So, and
yep,
again,
that's a good point too.
I'm reading my damn self. I actually don't have a short attention span, but I do have that shiny object syndrome. And I also sometimes struggle with doing things that I really don't want to do. Like even sending an email can be so difficult. Like just do it. Just
Yeah.
send the email. Just do it. So, and I'll get it done. But yeah, I can struggle with that a little bit. So yeah, sometimes I think I have ADHD when really it's probably just the fact that we're in a society where instant gratification is a thing.
Yeah,
Yeah.
so available and
Yeah.
pushed and normalized. Yeah,
Yeah,
that's a good point. It's a really good
exactly.
point.
So yes and no. But I don't have a short attention span, actually. I can sit there and listen to a very long podcast. This is gonna sound so funny, but it's true. A lot of things bore me. Most things bore me. I have a lot of interests, but you gotta be interesting. You gotta have a specific
Yeah,
personality. This goes
yeah,
for anyone that I'm listening to or any date that I'm on or any friend that I have. It's a very specific type of person that I'm drawn to, and if you bore me in the slightest, I can't. That's when my attention span gets short.
that's so real. I feel that in my core. Like I've said, I can't do like small talk. I can't do,
No,
how about the weather? No, that can't be a
no,
real conversation starter.
no, it
What do you
cannot.
mean?
That is crazy how I can't do that. It's like, oh God, it just makes my brain short circuit.
I know. Like, how
So,
about the Milky Way? Like, like, hit me with that. How about
how
the
about the
weather?
Milky
Fuck
Way?
off. It's
Yeah,
crazy.
that's another reason I struggle with dating. Not a lot of people interest me, and I think
I feel that.
that's why I'm so picky. That's why I don't like very many people. You gotta
I
make me think something, blow my mind.
Yes,
Yeah,
yes. Challenge me. I
challenge
feel that
me.
to my core. And I won't actually entertain any relationship in my life if they don't bring value to my life. I don't even care if that sounds selfish. It's my life. And
Oh
I
yeah,
feel
it
like,
doesn't.
yeah, it
Yeah.
no. You are your five closest friends. They've even done
Hmm.
studies to prove that you make roughly the same amount annually as your five closest people. Like I try to choose
Interesting.
people who are like richer than me, smarter than me, more successful than me because I want to learn. I
Yeah.
want, yeah, the value brought to it. I think I'm a valuable person too in someone's life, and I hold myself to a high standard. So when dating or even just accumulating friends and things like that, I'm very picky. Like, and you have to be working on yourself. You have to be like actively checking your own behaviors too. I won't roll with unhealed people, especially unhealed women. I think that can end really messily. Messily? Messily? It can end messy, so I don't even bother going there. I don't know if
So fair.
messily is a word, but it should be.
It should be. I feel the same way. I try to surround myself with people who are my friends aren't necessarily richer than me per se, but
Hmm.
every single one of them has a passion that moves them forward.
I love that.
I love the way all my friends think. I'm obsessed with the way that all of my close people think. I love having
That's
conversations with them. They deeply fascinate
yes.
me. Every single one of them is extremely ambitious, thinks highly of themselves, puts a lot of
Hmm.
pressure on themselves to succeed in whatever way. But I'm just, yeah, I'm fascinated with the way they all think.
I love that.
I take a lot of pride in the people that I keep very close to me. I was talking
Same.
to my friend last night and I was like, oh my God, I'm just obsessed. I'm obsessed with them. But I'm like, I love the way your brain works, dude. It's just, we can talk for hours just yapping. I feel that way about all the people I keep close to myself.
I love it.
Yeah,
I think that's huge. I feel like it took me a long time to understand the value in who you pick, especially when drinking and all the things, that lifestyle. I wasn't super picky. I was just like, oh, they're bringing drugs, so they can come. Like, that's cool. We'll hang out. I'll tell them my life story. Like, I did not really have a standard.
yeah,
It was apparent. Um, and that took a long time too. And I think having like a big personality, and you can probably relate to this, and just being like vivacious and able to connect and relate to people on some degree. I think a lot of people are drawn to that type of energy. And then you are
totally.
responsible for being selective with who's allowed in. I think
Hmm.
I relate to a lot of people, and a lot of people are like, oh, you're cool. I want to be around you. But I'm like, okay, are you going to bring value into my life too? Or are you just going to drain my energy?
I had to get more selective with who I allowed into my space. I
Hmm.
am a chronic oversharer, so I invited a lot of unwanted energy into my life. Thank you so much for being
Oh
on.
my
I
God.
really appreciate your time.
Thank you for having me on. I appreciate you.
Yeah.